Hey y'all, just a little intro. For my science seminar project, I focused on cooking. So I'm out at Trail Creek today, cooking on a fire I made with a ferro rod and using a stone as sort of like a skillet for steak and flatbread I'm going to make. Some things that I look for when I do find a campsite like this one is there is a nearby water source. If you need, you can use that water and purification. And there are already fire rings here, which is great, especially in dangerous fire season. You can use these fire rings to keep a nice fire safe from spreading into all this dead grass here. Another piece of advice when you're camping anywhere or just having a campfire, the number one thing you do is always put out your fire. Even if you think it's just fine, you see a tiny bit of smoke, add some more water, add some dirt, do the little things to make sure we don't get more wildfires and make sure your fire is fully out. We just got our fire started right here. We're gonna build it up and then cook some steak on it. Let's go. I'm just heating up coals right now. I'm gonna make it all nice and hot to cook the steak on. And we're gonna find a nice flat rock to use as a skillet. Heating up our rock right here. As you can see, we're gonna prep our boneless steak. Yeah, we're gonna get this ripping hot so we can cook our steak and our flatbread and get fueled up. Over here I got the steak, about to put it on. I used the ferro rod to start the fire and my knife. And I put this rock here, like I said, as a skillet, and we're about to get the steak going. The second fire I have over here, I have a rock heating up to be able to cook my flatbread, which the dough I made this morning. This flatbread is a great item to bring when camping. It's very easy. All it is bread flour, yeast, sugar, salt, and water. And you mix it all in one bowl, knead it a bit, and then let it rise, and you can easily bring it out camping and cook anywhere you want. I also have here with me 2 bell peppers to put in crevices of the fire to kind of char and heat them up. And then if you need, you can peel off the charred skin with a knife, and then you're left with some nice cooked bell pepper. It's really easy and delicious. So what I've done now is I'm laying my flatbread out on the rock and roasting these 2 peppers to be able to cut up in. I'm planning on eating everything mixed up in that flatbread as sort of like a little taco. I've also put my steaks down on different rocks to get them all heated and cooked up. I got this bigger rock heated up a little more, so I'm cooking all my steaks in one place. Heating my bread up around the fire. It's still a little doughy, and then I'm still continuing to char these peppers. And then I also brought hot sauce to eat it all together. So good. Now what I'm doing as different foods are becoming finished cooking, I'll cut off different pieces, put them together. Like, not all the bread is finished, but some of it was, so I took off a piece, have some bell pepper, some cooked steak, and we're gonna try it. So I ate the peppers as a snack, but I found some barbecue sauce that I put on my flatbread here. And then just in a second, when the rest of the steak is done, I'm gonna put it on top and feast upon this lovely meal. Hey y'all, I'm here in my backyard after cooking, and I just wanted to come and do a little conclusion, talk about my results, how my experience was, and then also touch into things like where I learned how to do these different skills like cooking in the outdoors. And first off, I would say my experience cooking in the outdoors went really well. Getting the fire started wasn't too difficult, only using the ferro rod. There were some good materials around. And then just where the difficulty came in was cooking the steak and bread and peppers. There was a lot of variation in temperature with trying to cook on a rock. It was just really all about patience, waiting for the rock to heat up, waiting for the steak to fully cook through, waiting for the bread to fully cook. All these little things are what make it hard to cook in the outdoors. And so the one piece of advice I would give is definitely just stay patient. Cooking in the outdoors, number one thing, stay patient. And then going back into where I learned how to do these skills, I watched a lot of Outdoor Boys and a lot of outdoor cooking videos and gathered ideas like using the rock as sort of a skillet, and I found a bread recipe from the Outdoor Boys and all these different little pieces of research I brought together to bring all into one. And then just class, for example, that's where I learned how to start a fire using just a ferro rod. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and get ready for the next one.